Chapter 1. Early Life of a Visionary. Once upon a time, in a place called Pretoria, South Africa, a boy was born. His name was Elon Musk, and little did the world know, this boy was going to become a very important person. Elon was born on June 28, 1971. He had a brother named Kimball and a sister named Tosca. They were a close-knit family, but Elon was different. He always had his head in the clouds. Not because he wasn't paying attention, but because he was always dreaming. As a boy, Elon was very curious. He always asked, why? Why is the sky blue? Why do stars twinkle? Why can't people fly? His mother, May, often found him reading big books that were hard for other children his age. He liked to read about space, planets, and stars. He dreamed of the stars of flying, and of a world far beyond what we could see. When Elon was 10 years old, he got a computer. Back then, computers were very new and not many people had them. But Elon was not like many people. He was special. He learned how to make games on his computer. He didn't just play the games, he made them. He spent hours in front of that old computer, typing away. He was so good at it that he even sold a game he made for a little bit of money. Elon didn't have many friends in school. He was always the smartest boy in class, and sometimes that made it hard for him to fit in. Some kids were mean to him. They did not understand him. But Elon did not let that stop him. He knew he was different, and he was okay with it. He looked up at the sky and dreamed of going to the stars. He told his brother Kimball, "One day, I'm going to build a rocket and go to space." Kimball laughed and said, "You're crazy, Elon." But Elon just smiled. He knew what he wanted, and he was going to get it, no matter what. This was the early life of Elon Musk, a boy with big dreams, full of curiosity and a love for space. This was the start of a journey that would lead him to become a visionary and perhaps, one day, the man who would take humans to Mars. No one knew it then, but the stars in the sky were more than just stars to Elon. They were a destination, a goal, a dream. And this dream would one day change the world. Chapter 2. The Leap to Success. Elon Musk was not an ordinary boy, and he grew up to be an extraordinary man. After finishing school, Elon decided to leave his home in South Africa. He had a big dream. He wanted to go to America. He believed that in America, he could make his dreams come true. First, Elon went to Canada. His mother was born in Canada, so it was easy for him to live there. He went to a university in Ontario for 2 years. After that, he got into a university in the United States, in a place called Pennsylvania. He studied physics and business. Physics to understand the world, and business to change it. When Elon finished university, he started a company with his brother, Kimball. The company was called Zip2. They worked very hard, day and night. Their first office was a small apartment. They did not even have beds. They slept on the couch. It was a tough time, but Elon was happy. He was doing what he loved. The hard work paid off. After a few years, they sold the company and Elon became a millionaire. He was only 28 years old. But Elon did not stop there. He started another company, X.com. It was an online bank. People could send and receive money on the internet. It was new and exciting. In 2 years, X.com became PayPal, and it was a big success. Soon, a bigger company noticed PayPal. They wanted to buy it. Elon said yes. Now, he was not just a millionaire. He was a billionaire. But what about his dream of space, you may ask? Well, all this time, Elon never forgot about his dream. He had a lot of money now, and he wanted to do something big. He wanted to go to space. In 2002, Elon started a new company. He called it Space Exploration Technologies Corporation. That's a long name, so everyone calls it SpaceX. Elon said, "We will send people to space. We will make life multiplanetary." Many people laughed at him. They thought it was impossible. But Elon knew something they didn't. He knew that nothing is impossible if you have a dream and work hard to make it come true. This was the leap to success. From the boy who dreamed of stars to the man who was reaching for them. Elon Musk, the dreamer, became Elon Musk, the doer. And this was just the beginning. Elon was ready to take the world to the stars, one rocket at a time. Chapter 3. A star is born. The story of SpaceX. In the year 2002, in a big country called the United States, a new company was born. Its name was SpaceX. The man who started it was Elon Musk, the dreamer, the doer. SpaceX was his dream. A dream to take people to space. A dream to make life possible on other planets. It was a big dream. But Elon was not afraid of big dreams. SpaceX started small. The first office was in an old warehouse in Los Angeles. It was not a normal office. It was a place where rockets were made, rockets that would fly to space. In the beginning, there were many problems. Rockets are not easy to make. They need to be perfect. One small mistake can cause a big problem. But Elon and his team did not give up. They worked hard every day. The first rocket SpaceX made was called Falcon 1. Falcon is a type of bird that flies very fast. Just like the bird, the rocket was made to fly fast, but not in the sky, in space. In 2006, SpaceX tried to launch Falcon 1 into space. Everyone was excited. The rocket went up, and then it came down. It was a failure. It did not reach space. But Elon was not sad. He said, "Failure is an option here. If things are not failing, you are not innovating enough." He was ready to try again. In 2007, SpaceX tried again. Falcon 1 went up, and again, it came down. It was another failure. Some people started to say that SpaceX would never work, but Elon did not listen. He believed in his dream. In 2008, SpaceX had only enough money for one more try. It was now or never. Elon said, "If we don't succeed, we will try again." The world watched. Falcon 1 went up, and this time it did not come down. It was in space. SpaceX had done it. SpaceX was now a star. It was a company that could send rockets into space, and this was just the beginning. Elon's dream was coming true, one launch at a time. From a small office in an old warehouse to a rocket in space, SpaceX had come a long way. It was a story of dreams, of hard work, and of never giving up. And as you will see, this story was far from over. Chapter 4. The Mars Vision. Elon Musk had always dreamed of the stars. Now, with SpaceX, he had a way to reach them. But Elon wanted more. He didn't just want to visit space. He wanted to live there. And not just him. He wanted to take all of us with him. Elon had a big vision. He wanted to build a city on Mars. He said, "I want to die on Mars, just not on impact." This was a joke, but Elon was serious about Mars. He believed that humans could and should live there. But why Mars? Well, Mars is special. It's a planet much like our Earth. It has days and nights. It has seasons like spring and summer. It has ice, which means it has water. And where there's water, there could be life. But Mars is not like Earth. It's cold, very cold. The air is thin. You can't breathe it. There are no trees, no animals, no cities, no people. To live on Mars, we would have to change it. We would have to make it like Earth. This is called terraforming. Terraforming is a big word. It means to change a planet to make it like Earth. Elon believes that we can terraform Mars. We can make it warm. We can plant trees. We can build cities. It will take a lot of time and work, but Elon believes it's possible. But why should we go to Mars? Why should we live there? Elon has an answer. He says that it's for the survival of humans. He believes that Earth is in danger. There could be wars or diseases, or a big asteroid could hit Earth. If something bad happens on Earth, humans could die. But if some humans live on Mars, they would survive. Humans would become a multiplanetary species. This is Elon's Mars vision. It's a big vision. It's a hard vision. But Elon has shown that he can do hard things. He built SpaceX. He sent a rocket to space. Now, he wants to send humans to Mars. Some people think it's impossible. But for Elon, nothing is impossible. For him, Mars is not just a planet. It's our future. Chapter 5. The first Falcon takes flight. Once SpaceX had tasted success with Falcon 1, there was no stopping them. The world was watching as this small company was making big changes. It was time for a bigger challenge. Elon and his team at SpaceX were ready. SpaceX started to build a new rocket. This one was bigger and more powerful. They named it Falcon 9. Why 9? Because it had 9 engines. The 9 engines were at the bottom of the rocket, like 9 strong horses pulling the carriage. Falcon 9 was not just a bigger rocket, it was a special rocket. Elon had a new idea. He wanted to make a rocket that could be used again and again. This had never been done before. Rockets were usually used only once. After they went to space, they were lost forever. But Elon wanted to change this. He wanted to save money and help the environment. In 2010, Falcon 9 was ready for its first flight. The rocket went up, and it did not come down. It was a success. Falcon 9 reached space and came back. It was a big day for SpaceX. It was a big day for the world. For the first time, a private company had sent a big rocket to space and brought it back. But Elon was not done yet. In 2012, SpaceX made history again. Falcon 9 took a spaceship called Dragon to space. Dragon was not just a spaceship. It was a delivery spaceship. It took food, water, and science experiments to the astronauts in the space station. Dragon was the first private spaceship to visit the space station. SpaceX had done it again. Falcon 9 and Dragon were a great team. They showed the world that going to space could be a job for anyone, not just for big governments. They showed that dreams can become true. This was just the beginning for SpaceX. The success of Falcon 9 and Dragon gave Elon more hope for his Mars vision. He knew it was not easy. He knew it would take time. But he also knew that it was possible. The first Falcon had taken flight, but it would not be the last. The stars were getting closer. Elon's dream was getting closer. Mars was waiting. Chapter 6. Big Dreams, Big Rockets. The Starship. After the success of Falcon 9 and Dragon, Elon was ready to take the next step. It was time for a new rocket, a bigger rocket, a rocket that could take humans to Mars. This rocket is called the Starship. Starship is a dream come true for Elon. It is not like any other rocket. It is a spaceship and a rocket in one. It can take off from Earth, travel to Mars, and then come back to Earth. And it can do this again and again. Starship is big. It is very big. It is the biggest rocket ever made. It is as tall as a 16-story building. It can carry a lot of weight, as much as 100 tons. That's like carrying 20 elephants at once. But Starship is not just about size. It is about making life multiplanetary. It is about making Elon's dream of Mars come true. Building Starship was not easy. It was a big challenge. The team at SpaceX worked hard. They worked day and night. They tested. They failed. They tried again, and again, and again, until they succeeded. In 2021, SpaceX tested a prototype of Starship. A prototype is a first or early model of something. The prototype was called SN8. It was a big test. SN8 went up 12.5 kilometers in the sky. That's very high. And then it came down. The landing was not perfect. SN8 crashed. But it was not a failure. Elon said, "We got all the data we needed." Elon was not sad. He was excited. He knew that failure was part of success. He said, "If you're not failing, you're not innovating." And SpaceX kept innovating. In the following years, more prototypes were tested. Some succeeded, some failed. But with each test, SpaceX learned something new. They learned how to make Starship better. Now Starship is getting ready to take humans to Mars. It is not a dream anymore. It is happening. And as you will see, it is just the beginning. Chapter 7. Life on Mars, a reality or a dream? Living on Mars. It sounds like a story from a science fiction book, but for Elon Musk, it is not fiction. It is a goal. But how can it be done? What will life on Mars be like? Is it a dream or can it become a reality? Mars is not like Earth. It is much colder. The air is thin. Humans cannot breathe it. There is no food, no water to drink, no houses to live in. To live on Mars, we need to bring everything from Earth, or do we? Elon has a plan. He wants to build a city on Mars. A city with houses, schools, and parks. A city where humans can live and work. It sounds like a dream. But Elon is serious. Building a city on Mars is not easy. It will take a lot of time and work, but Elon is not afraid of hard work. He says, when something is important enough, you do it even if the odds are not in your favor. The first step is to get to Mars. That's where Starship comes in. It can take humans and cargo to Mars. The journey will be long. It will take about 6 months. That's a long time to be in a spaceship. Once on Mars, the work begins. The first humans on Mars will be like pioneers. Pioneers are the first people to go to a new place. They will build the first houses. They will set up systems to make water and air. They will start to grow food. It will be hard work, but it will be the start of a new life on a new planet. But why go to Mars? Why not stay on Earth? Elon has an answer. He says, life needs to be more than just solving problems. There needs to be things that inspire you, that make you want to wake up in the morning and be part of humanity. For Elon, Mars is that inspiration. Life on Mars. Is it a dream? For now, yes. But with Elon Musk and SpaceX, it might just become a reality. Chapter 8. The Red Planet Up Close. Mars, the red planet, is a world of wonder. It's a world of red rocks, tall mountains, deep valleys, and dust storms. It's a place unlike any other, and it might become our second home. But what is Mars really like? Let's find out. Mars is the 4th planet from the Sun. It's our next-door neighbor in space. It's about half the size of Earth, and it's a lot colder. The average temperature on Mars is minus 80 degrees Fahrenheit. That's colder than the coldest winter in Antarctica. Mars is called the red planet because of its color. The rocks and soil on Mars have a lot of iron in them. This iron turns red when it touches the air. This red dust covers the whole planet, making it look red from space. The surface of Mars is very interesting. It has the tallest volcano in the solar system, called Olympus Mons. It's 3 times taller than Mount Everest, the tallest mountain on Earth. Mars also has a canyon called Valles Marineris. It's so big that it could stretch from New York to Los Angeles. But Mars is not just about red rocks and tall mountains. It's also about water. Scientists believe that Mars used to have liquid water on its surface. They can see signs of old rivers and lakes. Today, most of the water on Mars is frozen as ice. But where there was once water, there could have been life. Does Mars have life? We don't know yet. Scientists have not found any signs of life on Mars, but they keep looking. They send rovers and satellites to Mars. These machines study the planet. They take pictures. They test the soil. They search for signs of life. Mars is a harsh world. It's cold. It's dry. It's covered with dust. But it's also a world of beauty and wonder. It's a world that has captured our imagination. It's a world that might one day be our home. So, next time you look up at the night sky, try to find Mars. It's that small red dot, shining brightly among the stars. And who knows? One day, there might be humans living on that little red dot. Chapter 9. The SpaceX team. The people behind the vision. You might think that SpaceX is all about Elon Musk, but that's not true. SpaceX is about a team of people who share Elon's dream, a team who works hard to make that dream come true. When Elon started SpaceX, he had just a handful of people. Now, there are more than 6,000 people working at SpaceX. They are engineers, scientists, mechanics, and office workers. They come from different parts of the world. They have different skills, but they have one thing in common. They believe in Elon's vision. They believe that humans can live on Mars. Building rockets is not easy. It's a job that requires a lot of knowledge and skill. The engineers at SpaceX are some of the best in the world. They design the rockets. They calculate how the rockets will fly. They solve problems. They make sure that the rockets are safe. But the rockets don't build themselves. That's where the mechanics come in. They use their hands to build the rockets. They put the parts together. They check that everything is working well. They make sure that the rockets are ready to fly. Scientists at SpaceX also play a big role. They study space. They study Mars. They use their knowledge to help the team. They plan the missions. They find the best ways to get to Mars. They search for signs of life. Office workers at SpaceX are important too. They manage the company. They make plans. They talk to other companies and governments. They make sure that SpaceX has the money it needs. They make sure that everyone is working together. Working at SpaceX is not just a job. It's a mission. It's about making history. It's about doing something that has never been done before. It's about making the future better. Elon Musk might be the face of SpaceX. He might be the one who had the dream. But he is not alone. Behind him is a team of people who believe in his dream. A team of people who are making his dream come true. Chapter 10. A Space Revolution. The space age began in the mid-20th century. For many years, only governments could explore space. Only the richest countries could afford it. But then came SpaceX, and everything changed. SpaceX is not a government. It is a company. It is a company that builds rockets. And it does it in a way that no one else does. SpaceX is changing the rules. It is starting a space revolution. What is so different about SpaceX? Why is it a revolution? Here are some of the reasons. First, SpaceX builds reusable rockets. In the past, rockets were used only once. They were launched. They did their job, and then they were lost. It was very expensive. But SpaceX does not do that. Its rockets come back. They land back on Earth. And then they can be used again. This makes space travel cheaper. Second, SpaceX builds its rockets fast. It uses new technology. It uses new methods. It is not afraid to try new things. Because of this, SpaceX can build rockets faster than anyone else. Third, SpaceX is open. It shares its plans. It shares its dreams. Elon Musk often talks about what SpaceX is doing. He shares his vision with the world. This is very different from other companies or governments. They often keep their plans secret. Finally, SpaceX is daring. It is not afraid to dream big. It is not afraid to take risks. It is not afraid to fail. Elon Musk wants to send humans to Mars. He wants to start a city on Mars. These are big dreams, but SpaceX is working to make them real. SpaceX has already done many things. It has launched satellites. It has sent cargo to the International Space Station. It has even sent humans into space. And it is planning to do more, much more. With SpaceX, the space age is changing. It is becoming more exciting, more open, more possible. And we are all part of it. We are all part of this space revolution. Chapter 11. Doubts and Critics. Every dream has its doubters. Every vision has its critics. And Elon Musk's dream of living on Mars is no different. There are many people who question his plans. There are many people who don't believe it can be done. Let's look at some of their doubts and see how SpaceX responds. One criticism is about safety. Space travel is dangerous. There are many things that can go wrong. Critics ask, can we send humans to Mars safely? They worry about the long journey. They worry about the harsh conditions on Mars. They worry about the risks. SpaceX understands these worries. Safety is its top priority. It tests its rockets again and again. It learns from its mistakes. It makes sure that every mission is as safe as it can be. It's working hard to make the journey to Mars safe for humans. Another criticism is about cost. Sending humans to Mars will be very expensive. Critics ask, can we afford it? Should we spend so much money on space travel? They think that the money could be better spent on Earth. Elon Musk has an answer. He says that exploring space is important for the future of humanity. It's about survival. It's about growth. It's about making life better. And to do that, we must invest in space travel. A final criticism is about the environment. Critics worry about the impact of space travel on our planet. They worry about the pollution from rocket launches. They worry about the waste in space. SpaceX cares about the environment too. It's working to make its rockets more eco-friendly. It's also working to clean up space. It's committed to making space travel sustainable. Elon Musk knows that not everyone agrees with him. He knows that his dream is big. He knows that it's not easy. But he doesn't let the critics stop him. He listens to them. He learns from them. And then he keeps going. Dreams are not meant to be easy. They are meant to inspire. They are meant to push us to do better. And that's what Elon Musk is doing with SpaceX. He's pushing us to reach for the stars. And maybe, just maybe, to live on Mars. Chapter 12. Looking ahead. The future of SpaceX. The story of SpaceX is still being written. Its past is filled with success. Its present is exciting. But what about the future? What comes next for SpaceX? Let's take a look. The big dream, of course, is Mars. Elon Musk wants to send humans to Mars. He wants to start a city on Mars. This is a huge task. It will take many years. It will take a lot of work. But SpaceX is making progress. It is building new rockets. It is planning new missions. Every day, it gets closer to Mars. SpaceX also wants to do more than just Mars. It wants to explore the whole solar system. It wants to send missions to other planets. It wants to study asteroids. It wants to learn more about space. The solar system is big. There is so much to see, so much to discover, and SpaceX wants to be part of it. But SpaceX's future is not just about exploring space. It's also about helping people on Earth. SpaceX is working on a project called Starlink. Starlink is a network of satellites. These satellites will provide internet to the whole world, even to places where internet is not available now. This will help many people. It will bring information, education, and opportunities to everyone. There's also another important plan. SpaceX wants to use its rockets for travel on Earth. Elon Musk has a vision. In his vision, people can use rockets to go anywhere on Earth in less than an hour. This could change how we travel. It could bring the world closer together. The future of SpaceX is full of possibilities. There are many challenges ahead. There are many problems to solve. But if the past is any guide, SpaceX is ready for it. It is ready to keep dreaming. It is ready to keep working. It is ready to keep making the future better. SpaceX is not just a company. It's a dream. It's a vision. It's a journey into the future. And we are all invited to come along. Chapter 13. Epilogue. A step towards the stars. We have reached the end of our journey. But the journey of SpaceX and Elon Musk's vision is just beginning. The dream of Mars is still a dream. But it's a dream that is coming closer. And it's a dream that is changing the world. Elon Musk's vision is not just about space. It's not just about Mars. It's about the future. It's about humanity. Elon Musk believes in a future where humans can live on other planets. He believes in a future where we can explore the stars. He believes in a future where the impossible becomes possible. His vision is big. His vision is bold. But it's a vision that inspires. It inspires scientists. It inspires engineers. It inspires dreamers. It inspires us all to reach higher, to dream bigger, to do better. His vision also teaches us a lesson. It teaches us that dreams are powerful. It teaches us that dreams can change the world. Elon Musk started with a dream of rockets, a dream of Mars. That dream is now SpaceX, and SpaceX is changing how we see the universe. The journey to Mars is long. The journey is hard. There will be failures. There will be setbacks, but there will also be successes. There will be triumphs. And with each success, with each triumph, we get closer to the stars. Elon Musk's vision is more than just a plan. It's a step towards a better future, a step towards the stars. And we are all part of that step. We are all part of this journey. As we look up at the night sky, we can see the stars. Those stars are not just points of light. They are not just distant suns. They are our future. They are our destiny. And thanks to Elon Musk, we are now one step closer to reaching them.